Lorna from stampinnotes.com. I love to share the joy of paper crafting and card making, and I'm coming to you today from our farm in the hills of Western New York. And I am excited to share this card with you. I call it my Polka Dot Madness card because we're using the polka dots from the designer series paper and the polka dot tulle ribbon. This ribbon is great. It's so easy to tie and it's so pretty and it goes with so many things. Anyways, grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and come on in and let's make a card. So I'll show you how I made this card. Well, first of all, I guess I better back up and tell you a little bit about the set. The sentiment is from Lovely You, and there is just beautiful sentiments and fonts in this set. You're my person, just because, wildly grateful, miles apart, but still in my heart. And if you buy the punch with it, this is the Lovely Labels punch, I believe. You save 10% as a set. And what's so great about this punch is you can punch 3 different sizes for each design. 1 inch, 3/4, and 1/2 inch. So it's really cool. And I will show you how to use that. And you can see the lovely flower on the back of the envelope is from this set also. So anyways, let's get started and I'll show you how I made this. I used all of the different designer series paper colors, the 2020-2022. And there's some of my all-time favorites: Just Jade, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, Misty Moonlight, and Cinnamon Cider. That is such a cool name. And I've got this card on our Magenta Madness cardstock. And I've stamped with Memento because I just ordered the new ink, this matching ink, the Magenta Madness, but I don't have it yet. So I use the Memento, which goes pretty good with it. And so first of all, I cut 1-inch strips in each color. And they look like this. And then what I did was I cut them in half diagonally, and I'll show you how I did that. I'll bring in my paper trimmer. If you don't have the paper trimmer, it's a great tool. It's like I couldn't go without it in my card making and any kind of paper crafting. So this is the cutter and this is a scoring blade. So we're going to use the cutter, and I'm going to lay my paper strip on the gutter where it would cut. I'm going to lay it just like that. One point in the center of it and the bottom point in the center of it. Maybe I'm going to put it like that. Okay, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to hold it right in place. And there's our long, funny triangles. And I used 1 of each color and then 2 of one color. And I chose the Just Jade in this one. So it's layered on black cardstock. I'll give you all the measurements for the paper that you're going to need. So the cardstock base is 8.5 by 5.5. The inside piece here is 5.25 by 4. The black cardstock base is 3 5/8 by 5 1/8. And this is yellow Bumblebee Designer Series paper is 5.5 by 3 3/4. And I'll have them down in the description below the YouTube video. And while I'm thinking of it, when you're down there, if you subscribe, see my videos when they come out and hit the little bell to get the notifications. And I have already cut the Bumblebee Designer Series paper, and this is going to set on this like so. All right, so I told you the wrong size on the yellow Designer Series paper. It should be 5 1/4 instead of 5.5 by 3 3/4. Okay. All right, so let's start layering our DSP on here. We're going to start with the green, and I'm just going to take a little bit of my glue. Oops, didn't mean to fling that all over, and you just need a tiny bit to hold it in place. Okay, they're 1 inch, the strips are 1 inch by 5. We're gonna take a pink and we're just gonna start building our layers on our card. This kind of reminds me of quilting. I love to quilt. What I love about it is putting the pieces together and seeing the design. If you're a quilter, you'll know what I'm talking about. The hardest thing to do is pick colors for me. It's on there, now yellow. So our straight side is going to go along the straight side. And the most important thing is to line up your sides and your ends so they're even. Okay, so we've built our crazy polka dot strips, and I just love it. It's so bright and pretty. We'll add some glue to the back of our cardstock here. We just need a little bit. We're going to adhere this on the designer series paper, and it's going to be a tight fit. What I love about the glue is you can move it around a little bit before it totally is set. Now you can see that I have pulled it down to the bottom here because my ribbon is going to go across the top. All right, so here's the card base, and it's 5.5 by 4.25, as I said. We're going to bring this pretty far down, about like that. You can see I wrote my measurements on the back here. This would be fun to do with a card base, like if you did a whole series of them, and each of the new in colors. I think it would be really cool. And you could even dye the ribbon. So this is probably at least 25 inches because I like to have a little extra. I'd rather be cutting off a little extra than not have enough to make a decent bow. This ribbon is so easy to work with. Pull these down a little bit. And we'll bring our snips. And we'll just cut this tail off like that. I think I'll use this for today, and this is a 1-inch strip, and all you do is put it right to the end. Punch it. Isn't that pretty? And I think I want it about probably... All right, so you can decide. What's nice about this is it can be as long as you would like it. And I'm gonna cut it off right about here. put the other end in, or you could just do one end. You could have one end punched like that. I have a piece of Whisper White that's 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to bring in my black Memento ink. And I want to use Cherished Friend. I think this is it right here. Nope, that's Sweating. Cherished Friend. And what you could make this just Thinking of You, or it could be even Happy Birthday on the inside. So that's kind of cool too. All right, I really love the font on this stamp set. So we're going to stamp Cherished Friend. And I'm going to just lay this on this. Probably about like that. So I'm going to cut this right here. And about the same on the other side. I hope I didn't cut it too short. We'll find out. And this is a 3/4 inch strip. I think I said 1 inch, but it's 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, nice. All right. And then, of course, we have to have dimensionals on the back. I just love the polka dots. Okay, that looks about right. It's a little crooked. Move it down just a tad. Okay. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute. And we're going to glue it on our card front here. I'm going to put it like that so it pulls more of the pink up. And then you can stamp the flower on the back of the envelope. You could stamp it inside. So this is the Polka Dot Madness card. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.